तुम्हें आखिरकार पेन समझ आने लगा है। जब तक तुम खुद उस पेन को महसूस नहीं करते, तुम किसी और के पेन को समझ नहीं पाओगे, और अगर उन्हें समझ भी जाओ तो तुम कभी उनसे सहमत नहीं हो पाओगे।
Chapter 6 Manipulation. Half of my remaining lifespan for a Shinigami's eyes. Just look at someone's face and see his name. That would be great. Ryuk, this deal of yours is out of the question. I'm creating a criminal-free utopia over which I plan to reign like a god for a long time. If your deal would extend my lifetime, I'd think about it. But if it's going to shorten it, there's nothing to think about. You ought to have known that. Ryuk. Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that this kind of deal exists, that's all. Gotta get it out of the way first, cause I don't want to hear any "you never told me" belly aching later. By the way, you can make the deal anytime, as long as you have the death note. Light, gotta get it out of the way first? In that case, shouldn't you tell me that kind of stuff as soon as we meet? Or write it down in the how to use part of the notebook? That was a little late, wasn't it? Even though I'm a Shinigami, he's never been afraid of me or tried to kiss my butt. And when it comes to stuff like this, he totally gives me a hard time. Ryuk? Yeah. Light. So? You got anything else you ought to tell me in advance? Shinigami Ryuk? I'm not going to be hearing about any more rules or deals later. Am I? Ryuk? No. That's all. Probably. Light. If I could have your wings instead of your eyes, I might have seriously considered a deal. To have wings and fly at will through the skies. It's godlike, isn't it? It's a dream human beings have had since antiquity. Ryuk, too bad. Light, that's too bad. I was just joking. Ryuk, if you sprouted wings and started flying around, people would notice you. The cops would catch you just for that. Still, if I kept cutting deals on eyes and wings and stuff, next thing I know, I'd be a real Shinigami myself. That would be pretty interesting, too. Ryuk, don't worry, Light. Even without doing that, you're already a fine Shinigami. Light, but don't lump me together with you guys. Well, from what you said, I seem to be working a lot harder than most Shinigami these days. I'm using the death note as a human being for human beings. How to find out the guy's name? The one who was tailing me today. Ryuk. Light? I got it. I've just figured it out. I have plenty of time. Tomorrow's Saturday. It's 5:20. First, I need to test how far I can go with the details of the death. After writing the cause of death, details of the death should be written in the next 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Right? Ryuk, what are you going to do? Light, using the stock of criminals I kept for times like this. The next time, it may be too late. I've got to take advantage of being shadowed now. The second time around, they'll be a lot more thorough. If the guy who is following me decides I'm innocent, I won't be investigated again for a while. Phone ringing. Headquarters? Yes, it's me. Heart attacks. That's Kira. 6 more prisoners? Friggin' Kira. Another 6? Damn. I thought you said they were heart attacks. 3 of them did something we've never seen before? What do you mean? What? Hang on. I want to punch this data in detail. Okay, here we go. Now, tell me slowly. Well, cause of death was cardiac arrest in all 3 cases, but right before they died, one drew a picture, another left something like a suicide note. Victim's name? Okay, Masaki Shirami. Oh, that arsonist. Yeah, the one who killed 13 people in their homes. Yes, Shirami cut his finger and drew a big circle on the wall of his cell in his own blood with a 5-pointed star inside the circle. Yes, sir, I'll send you a copy. But the criminals here knew about Kira, so there's nothing of special interest there, in my opinion. Yadnaka left a note. I don't know what to call it, really. The letter, Lord have mercy. Do what I can, I'll either be hanged or, you know it, killed by Allah. I know about him. He's going to get me. The most puzzling one was Yoda. He managed to escape from the prison and get to a public toilet 30 meters away, only to collapse there. What is it? Vatari? News just in of 3 unusual cardiac arrest victims. We'll send you images of the picture and note. Thanks. Unusual. A note expressing fear of Kira. But Kira can control the time of death. Could he also manipulate his victims' actions right before they die? It could just be the criminal acting on his own. Chief, regarding the latest victims, please tell the media that cause of death was cardiac arrest and nothing else. Treating human beings as lab rats. It's abominable. Use them to test. What? Alright, there's a possibility that Kira used these victims to test something. We don't want to let him know if he succeeded or not. What's he planning? If he was using these criminals as guinea pigs. Look at this. Ryuk, my test results are already entered into my dad's computer. What kind of results are they? The death note's really useful. It turned out exactly the way I expected. Those 3 did exactly what I wrote after writing heart attack as the cause of death. Time of death was probably what I put too. One guy escaped and went to the nearest toilet like I wrote into the notebook. Another guy drew the same picture I drew into the notebook on the wall of his cell. Another guy left a note using the same words I wrote in my notebook. It's physically impossible for someone who was in a Japanese prison at 5:30 to die in France at 6 o'clock. So that didn't happen, and he just died of a heart attack for one. I wrote dies at 6 p.m. today in front of the Eiffel Tower in France. For the other 3, I deliberately wrote in practically impossible details. I thought this one might work, but since it didn't, it means that he couldn't write something that he himself didn't know or think. For the last one, I wrote writes I know that L suspects the Japanese police. But you can't draw someone you've never seen. For the next one, I wrote draws a perfect likeness of L's face on prison wall. But actions that aren't unnatural for that person can be written into how they die, and they'll do them. In other words, even with the death note, you can't do something that isn't possible. The next test decides it. Well, these 6 were practice for the real test, and the cops won't be able to tie this one to Kira. I'll get the results of this test in the morning paper. They don't have any meaning, of course. Haha, Mr. Super Sleuth will be too busy trying to figure out the meanings of the picture and note left by those other victims. And L will never guess what I'm really after here. I'm sure of that. If Kira used those criminals as a test, he's about to start something. If he does make a move now, it's possible the FBI will notice someone acting suspiciously. But if these deaths weren't a test, but had another purpose, might be some kind of message, this note and that picture. Lord, have mercy. Do what I can. I'll either, you know it, killed by, know about him. He's go. This says. I'm going out. So I went to bed early last night. You're up early for a Saturday. Light. Got your test result? Convenience store robber stabbed to death by employee. Wanted criminal in robbery murder case. Police release employee as acting in self-defense. Incident recorded on store's security camera. Look at this. It happened precisely the way I wrote it. Now, let's hope the guy follows me again today. I'm pretty positive he will. There's no point shadowing me only on weekdays and then not watching what I do on my days off. He can't clear me until he does that. I'll use this guy I saw on the news last night, drug addict who tried to rob a bank and failed. Shot a teller and to customers as he escaped. He's perfect. Now, for the main event. Take whoever answers. It's a little early, but I'll try a few anyway. The time is 9 right now. This might surprise you, but I'm pretty popular with the ladies. Ryuk, a few try. NGH? Light? Yeah. Hi. Here the chapter ends. Death Note. Chapter 7 Target. Girl with loud voice. Light. You are going to make the addict attack your date? But this morning you wrote that drug addict's name in the notebook saying you were going to find out your shadow's name? Going on a date? Yup. No matter how you look at it. It is an ordinary date, and that is exactly what the guy tailing me is going to see. It is no fun if I already know what is going to happen. Ryuk, you did not see what I wrote about the details of his death? Well, in that case, sit back and enjoy the show. Yeah. Gosh, I have not been to Spaceland since junior high. This is going to be fun. Plus, I get you all to myself today. Light, sorry, am I late? You aren't late. We still have 5 minutes until the bus comes. He is totally now a normal teenager, or rather, a very serious college-bound student. Now it is the weekend and he goes on a date. The only places he goes on weekdays are school and that prep academy. But didn't you say you weren't dating until entrance exams were over? Oh, pardon me. Well, I scored number 1 nationwide in the practice exams. After all, I will just tail him this one last day. And that is it. I don't think I need to shadow Yagami's daughter. Light Yagami, son of Chief Yagami. No grounds for suspicion. Minko's applying to M University. Light, really? Bus starts to move. Someone showed up. He's here. That's time. 7 passengers, apart from him. This is going to work out perfectly. This bus has just been hijacked, ladies and gentlemen. He got the revolver, the gun. He points that gun at the driver's head, now yelling. Everyone is getting afraid, thinking how to react, yelling, shouting. The man says to the driver, "Call it." The driver didn't understand, but he says okay. "Hey, driver, you know the Spaceland phone number, don't you?" Cut the squawking. Anybody makes a sound or move of any kind, I blow their damn head off. Driver calling. The bus has just been hijacked by a man with a gun. This is Shasky, driver of bus number 124. Tell them what's happening. Now listen to this. You hear that? Gimme that. He's smiling creepily. Then he says you try to be smart with me or call the cops. I kill every passenger on this bus. You got that? Take all the money you made yesterday and bring it to Vayuhiyama bus stop. That's the stops before Spaceland. Before this bus gets there. I want a woman delivering the money by car and nobody else. The guy behind Light is thinking how to react or to do something or not. Then the guy with the gun is now reading the letter. Don't worry, Yivi. He'll be okay. I'm going to look for a chance to grab the guy's arm and pin it down so he can't use the gun. My dad's a detective and he's taught me what to do in emergencies like this. The guy's pretty small and meek looking. I'm sure I can restrain him. Don't. It's too dangerous. Let me take care of that. The guy in the jacket now planning and talking to Light. It's okay. We can talk if we keep our voices down. He won't hear us over the noise of the bus. Mean to be rude, but you have a slight accent. You aren't Japanese, are you? Do you have anything that will prove to me that you aren't the hijacker's accomplice? No, I'm American. My mother's Japanese, though it's pretty common practice. They make you think there's only one guy, but actually, he has an accomplice in the back to keep watch and come to the rescue if something happens. Girl says, an accomplice? There's no way Light Yagami is Kira. If he was, he could just give the hijacker a heart attack. Guess I have no choice. Light says, well, do you? Oh my gosh, you mean? So L is using the FBI to probe the NPA. You want proof? Here. Light saw the identity card. Name, Raye Penber. Raye. Yes. Okay, I trust you. And right now I won't ask why an FBI agent is on board this bus. So you'll take care of it if something happens? Yes, I do. Got a gun. Threatening all passengers, who killed 3 people trying to rob a bank. The man's extremely dangerous. The hijacker. I saw him on the news here 2 days ago. He's that drug addict. And anyway, the priority right now is saving these people's lives. But Kira's murdered more top criminals in America than anywhere else. So I could say the FBI is conducting its own investigation, and they wouldn't suspect we're probing the NPA. But I only take out the gun as a last resort. I don't want the cops here asking me what I'm doing in Japan. He won't fire at us. I can be sure of that. He's heading towards Light. Hey you, hold it. What's that paper? Light moves down. Oops. Raye. He'll find out Light was planning to jump him. Light, ya little smartass, passing notes and trying to plan something. Aya? Drop something again? I'll shoot ya. TCH. What's this? Where you were meeting your date? Minami Park Bus Stop, 1127. Spaceland Bus Stop. Anybody makes a move, I'm gonna. And that goes for all of y'all. Now Light says yes. Scene got really intense. You, in the back there. You. WH. What the hell? Ryuk. You talking to me? The guy points the gun at Ryuk Shinigami. Monster, you. How long you been there? He's just facing the monster. Don't move. Just stay right there. Or I'll shoot. Ryuk, you can see me? Raye. He's on PCP or something. He's hallucinating. Everybody get down. Ryuk. Smart kid. Light. This guy touched it, so he can see me. But nobody else can. Back. Stay back. Urd were RGH. That note Light dropped, he must have torn it out of the death note. Oh, I get it. He shoots the bullet at Ryuk. The sound of the bullet from the gun was really loud. He is really scared, doesn't know how to deal or do something, firing without a break continuously. But that won't affect Ryuk. Now Ryuk says, sorry, dude. I'm a Shinigami, so that isn't going to kill me. I'm always hovering behind you. Anyone who touches the death note can see me. And you can shoot them through the head or anything, a Shinigami won't die. All stuff I told Light. Looks like he is done with the bullets now. His gun is empty. Work. Ryuk. Guess he isn't Japan's top exam scorer for nothing. Plus, he got his shadow to show him his ID. Pretty impressive how he put it all together. The guy with the gun tried to run away. Now Raye says he is out of bullets. The scared guy says, stop the bus, open the damn door. Bus stops. He tried to run away with fear, recalling all the wrong things he's done. Now, they are in front of him. But suddenly the car crashed into him with full speed. The scene shifts, and we can see Raye standing on the door, witnessing all this. The girls are trying to stay calm. As the audience, we see the hand, the blood palm, which confirms he is dead now. Light says, exactly 11:45. The death note's right on time, which shows that he planned every single scenario that could happen or was going to happen. Here the chapter ends. But wait, the scene shifts. Now Light and Ryuk are talking. The Advance SP. I never dreamed he'd ask for that. They're pretty expensive. Ryuk questions, Advance SP? Light says, Merry Christmas, Ryuki. Aho? I'm not Ryuki anymore. Advance. So Ryuk. Can I have anything I want? So, Ryuki, what do you want for your Christmas present? Since when do Shinigami celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ? My soul is, the thing I want most right now. You bet it is. Winter in the human world sure is cold. The Silver Virgin. The Game Boy Advance SP. Death Note Chapter 08 Volume 2. The chapter opens on a roadside accident. Raye Penber steps out, alert, while the bus driver calls for help. Light emerges from the stopped bus, composed. Raye approaches him and in a low voice explains that he is in Japan on a top secret mission, that the Japanese police are involved, including Light's father. Light understands and assures him he will not speak about meeting him. After this brief exchange, Raye decides to leave before the police arrive, not wanting to be identified at the scene. Light watches him go and keeps his thoughts hidden. Everything has unfolded exactly as planned. He does not want the police to know he has been in contact with an FBI agent. If his father learned of it, L would hear soon after. Raye clearly does not suspect Light, and the authorities will treat what happened as a simple accident. The bus resumes its route towards Spaceland. Someone insists they continue their day as planned rather than deal with police questions. Ryuk chuckles about how people can be unexpectedly tough in a crisis, and Light answers with a dry smile. The perspective shifts. Raye enters his building, swipes his access card, and steps inside where a woman waits for him. She greets him softly. He removes his blazer with deliberate calm and sinks into the sofa, heavy with fatigue. She studies him and asks if something happened. He tells her he got caught up in a bus hijacking carried out by a man who had tried to rob a bank a few days earlier. He confirms he was on that bus when it unfolded. The hijacker eventually jumped out and was struck by a car. Raye assumes the man died, but he did not remain at the scene because he did not want to get involved. She hesitates, then asks if it was really a coincidence that Raye was there. She believes he was tailing a possible suspect and that a criminal died right in front of him. Raye draws a line. He reminds her that she was an excellent FBI agent, but that she is here as his fiancée and nothing else. She is no longer with the bureau. She promised not to get involved or do anything that would endanger her. Those were the conditions. They came so they could meet his parents. She backs down, calling it a force of habit, and apologizes. He softens and tells her not to take it too hard. Once they have a family, she will be so busy, she will forget she ever was an agent. He asks her to use her keen mind for something else right now, like figuring out how he can make a good impression on her future in-laws. Their tension eases into a small laugh. The frame moves to Light's home. Light speaks with Ryuk about the agent. Now that he knows the agent's name, he still intends to wait about a week before writing it. It would be foolish to act right after meeting him. Better to let the agent investigate others and create distance. Light plans to write the name only after he has seen the list of names and faces of all FBI agents operating in Japan. In the meantime, he will also probe L by using another criminal in custody, testing how L responds. The scene transitions to L's residence. Watari informs him that another victim has left something like a suicide note. L asks for a scan. The message speaks of gods of death. L weighs the possibility that Kira is trying to suggest that Shinigami exist. He instructs Watari to alert the police to keep close watch on all prisons, anticipating more notes of this kind. Time advances by 1 week. Reports erupt. FBI agents in multiple prefectures have died, all from heart attacks. The count and locations are precise. Shock ripples through the ranks. Notepads found on the bodies indicate they were probing the National Police Agency. Orders go out to contact the FBI immediately. Watari establishes a connection. The FBI director informs L that 8 agents in Japan are confirmed dead and that he cannot reach the rest. The director believes Kira killed them. L asks if anyone had the faces and names of all 12 agents. The director says only he did until the previous day. A request had come in for the names and photos so the agents could coordinate. He sent the entire file by email attachment. The realization lands. Kira must have been in contact with one of the agents and somehow saw that file. The director explains that multiple agents asked for the same information, so he assumed it was a coordinated decision. He sent the file to the first 4 and told them to forward it to the others. In the end, all of the agents had the file. L reasons that if Kira can control actions before death, he could have forced the chain of sharing to complete and then killed them. The director then delivers a final blow. The FBI will terminate its investigation in Japan. He notes that Kira has murdered many criminals in the United States, but since L narrowed Kira's location to the Kanto region around Tokyo, the deaths have concentrated in Japan. The Japanese victims are criminals, but the FBI has lost good agents, people with families. The director faces political repercussions and fears for his own life because he is a public figure. The bureau is pulling out. A call comes to the FBI director from Detective Superintendent Yagami of the Japanese NPA. The director states that the FBI was in Japan at L's request. The task force reacts with outrage and dread. trust in L erodes. They accept that if Kira murdered the FBI agents, he will also eliminate anyone who tries to catch him. That means every investigator is a target. Fear spreads through the room. One officer reflects that perhaps they should have followed the FBI agents more closely instead of focusing on imprisoned criminals. The next day, another victim leaves a note. Vatari scans it for L. It speaks of love never known and has a strange reference to apples ending in despair. L seats at Kira. Elsewhere, Light discusses the situation with Ryuk. By killing the FBI agents, he has taken a bold step. He is almost certain L will infer that Kira contacted at least one agent, and Light is confident that bold moves leave clues that L will chase. Even so, the FBI is now furious and will hesitate to send replacements. L is running out of pieces and will soon have to act directly. At last, the news reaches the woman closest to Raye. She learns that Raye is dead. She understands immediately that it was no accident. He was murdered by Kira.
Hey everyone, I am Ananya and today we are once again diving into the mysterious, cold, and chilling world of Death Note. A world where every breath gives birth to a new secret. If you noticed in the last episode, the story has now reached a point where the line between truth and lies has become blurred. So without wasting any more time, let's begin Death Note Chapter 9, The Cold Winter Night. Death Note Chapter 9 opens on a cold winter night, where snow is gently falling over the city. A girl is standing alone on a flyover, the wind brushing against her face. There is anger burning in her eyes, but behind it lies an unspeakable sorrow. She whispers to herself. Raye is not dead, he was killed by Kira. Her voice trembles, and she turns around, disappearing suddenly into the snow. The frame slowly shifts to L, who begins to speak in his calm yet intense voice. If Kira can control his victims' actions before they die, then for him to get the file sent to all 12 of them and then kill them afterward, it means something crucial. All 12 FBI agents who were killed had files containing photographs of the others involved in the mission. Kira must have seen one agent's file, made him send it to all the others, and then killed him. In that FBI case, the agent Kira had direct contact with was among those who were supposed to receive the file. That means Kira needed to know all their faces before he could act. So the key isn't the exact time of their deaths, it's the order in which they received the file. The scene shifts to Light's home, where the entire Yagami family is sitting together at the dinner table. Light's father clears his throat and begins the conversation. Soichiro says, "Why the meeting? We are not celebrating anything new, are we? It's not even New Year's yet." Their mother softly interrupts, "Be quiet, Sayu." Sayu looks at her father with wide eyes and says, "Wow, I guess I kind of knew. But still, you are amazing, Dad." Soichiro looks serious and replies, "I'm in charge of the special task force that's investigating the Kira case." He pauses for a moment before continuing, "There's no point in hiding it, as you'll find out eventually anyway. So I'm telling you this now. But that isn't what I wanted to tell you. 12 FBI agents were sent here to Japan yesterday to track down Kira. All 12 of them were found dead." Light says, "You mean they were killed by Kira?" "What?" Sayu responds in disbelief. Vatari continues, "In other words, anyone who tries to apprehend Kira may be killed. Morale is low. A lot of my detectives are quitting the case. And who can blame them? They fear for their lives. I can't force them to stay on when we're dealing with such a cruel and heartless murderer." Sayu quickly speaks up, "Then you quit too, Dad. What if he tries to kill you?" Their mother adds with concern, "She's right. Your life is more important than your career. All you have to do is resign." "No. I'm seeing this case through to the end. I will not succumb to evil," Sayu says softly, "Dad." Vatari's wife adds with concern, "Dear." Light sits silently, his head lowered. For a moment, the room falls quiet. Then he slowly rises to his feet and looks at his father. "I'm proud of you, Dad. You're absolutely right. If anything happens to you, Dad." A cold determination settles over the room as Light stands abruptly. The words leave him like a vow carved in ice. "I'll see that Kira gets the death penalty, I swear it." He moves away from the table, his footsteps heavy. The door shuts with a hard, echoing slam that seems to push the warmth from the air. Light walks away and slams the door hard. A single voice calls after him, small and surprised, pulling every eye to the doorway. "Mother." "Light." The family turns as one. Light does not look back. He begins to climb the stairs, each step a quiet retreat into the resolve that sits under his calm. Everyone turns toward the door. Light begins to climb the stairs. Ryuk speaks from behind. From the shadows of the stairwell, Ryuk comments with lazy amusement, his tone like a dry wind in a graveyard. Ryuk. That was worth an Academy Award. Light keeps going, not pausing, answering without a backward glance. His voice is steady, almost casual, but it carries the cold weight of what he means. Light. Gotta hand it to you, you amazed me yesterday to the way you killed those FBI agents. A cut. The city swallows light and warmth, and the scene opens underground where the human tide presses against the platform edges. The fluorescent lights hum, distant and clinical. Scene shift. Shinjuku Station underground. Light stands in the dark fringe, watching faces flow past like anonymous targets. His silhouette is a shadow among shadows. The platform is packed with humans. Light stands in the shadows watching the crowd. He scans the crowd with the unsettling calm of someone who calculates consequences like clockwork. Light. Wow, this is a lot of humans, you gonna do it here? A voice answers, smooth, confident. It lays out the cold experiments of a mind that treats death like a laboratory result. Kira. I have been doing a lot of research and experiments the past 6 days. Now you will see the results. Light reacts with a single word, curiosity folded into disbelief. Light. Experiments. The explanation follows, clinical and precise, revealing a method that turns intention into execution through paper and name. Kira. Aha, I used the death note on a bunch of local criminals to test different ways of killing them. If I write the cause of death details first and then write a name later, the person dies that way. Light shows a flicker of surprise, information landing and rearranging his plan. Light. I did not even know that. Footsteps cross the platform. Raye appears, moving through the crowd unaware of the trap tightening around him. Raye walks into view. Light spots him and moves quietly, hiding behind his jacket. Light narrows the distance, a predator folding the last measure of space between them. Light. There he is. He falls into step behind Raye, careful, precise. Then he moves in front and blocks the path as if the world has shifted to place them alone. Light follows Raye at a distance, then steps closer and blocks his path. The line is a blade. Light delivers it without mercy, a thread that carries the finality of a judge's gavel. Light. Raye Penber, if you turn around I will kill you. He doubles down, a whisper that feels like a drop of ice in the air. Light. I am Kira, if you turn around or put your hands in your pockets or do anything else I will kill you instantly. Raye freezes. The crowd blurs into a wall of sound. Recognition and dread cross his face like a shadow passing over sun. Raye freezes, his expression changes. His breath catches. The voice rings a bell somewhere in his memory, a chill of familiarity that refuses to fade. Raye. Oh my god, this voice, though I have heard it before. Light steps closer, the city's noise folding around them until only the scrape of footsteps and the hum of the station remain. He fixes his gaze on Raye as if reading the lines of fate itself, calm like a man who has rehearsed this moment 1,000 times. First, I am going to prove to you that I am really Kira. He points toward a nearby coffee shop with slow, deliberate motion, as if indicating the final piece of a demonstration. See that coffee shop over there, the man with glasses at the front, the employee will die in 2 minutes. Raye's panic flares before his words can form. He stumbles between disbelief and the urge to stop what is coming. You cannot stop me. Light does not waver. His voice is flat, like a verdict already delivered. But that man raped several women and could not be prosecuted because of insufficient evidence. He was a menace to society and deserved to be punished. There is no plea in Light's look, only a cold justification that feels like ice closing over a wound. It is too bad, but I figured at least one demonstration would make you believe me. He narrows his eyes, as if explaining a simple rule of the world to a child. I expect you have heard this from else, so you probably know it already, but I cannot kill someone unless I know what they look like. Raye swallows. The seconds thin into a wire. Around them the crowd moves, oblivious, while a fate written elsewhere tightens to a single, inevitable point. A cold, controlled smile crosses Light's face as he steps closer. The station noise fades away until only his voice and the hum of the crowd remain. But that also means I can kill every one of the people we see around us here. If you'd like to make a request, go ahead. I'll kill them for you. Raye's hands tremble. He swallows, the words catching in his throat. Stop, that was enough. I believe you. Light's voice softens with cruel calculation. He studies Raye as if weighing a life like an object. Of course, I suppose losing someone you love would be much harder for you than seeing strangers die. Well, guess WHO I've taken hostage. Shock flares across Raye's face. You've taken her hostage? Light inclines his head, steady and unbending. That's right, I've been studying you. And if you do anything even slightly different from what I tell you, I will kill her and your entire family as well. And you too. Of course. Raye blinks, frantic and trying to buy time. Alright, what do you want me to do? Light reaches into an envelope and passes it forward with measured calm. You have your laptop with you, correct? Does it contain a file with all the FBI agents in Japan? Raye forces brightness into his voice, masking panic. I always carry my laptop around with me. Yes. But I don't have any such file. Light slides the envelope closer, his eyes never leaving Raye. In that case, take this envelope. Raye opens it with shaking fingers. Light issues the instruction like a judge handing down a sentence. Take out the transceiver that's inside it, and put the earphone in your ear. Raye reads the word out, confused. A transceiver. Light explains with a clinical edge, like someone describing a tool for use in an experiment. It's practically a phone, but with this, there will be no communication record, and as long as we stay close it'll work even if we are underground. Gotta hand it to him. Raye's eyes flick to the other contents. What are these envelopes? Light gestures toward the train map and the flow of passengers. Now get on the Yamanote line. He points out the irrelevance of direction and the precision of his plan. It doesn't matter which direction. Light's gaze sharpens, a warning hidden beneath calm words. I'll be watching you from close by. Keep your eyes forward on one point only, the same goes for once you are on the train. He lays down the rules like a cold law. Don't ever forget that I can kill you at any time. Raye looks around for a seat with a desperate hope. Take a corner seat by the door. Light's voice is blunt, final. If both corner seats are taken, wait until they are free. Then Light moves to the critical test, the trap within the instructions. Now for a question. If your answer differs significantly from what I expect to hear, the woman you love is dead. He leans in so the words land like a stone. How many FBI agents are in Japan and how are they organized? Answer in a low voice. Into the transceiver. Raye forces his voice low, trusting hope over certainty. I heard it's 4 teams. A total of 12 agents. Light nods once, satisfied, then gives the next order. All right now. Call. Let's see, call someone. WHO has a lower rank than you, using your cell phone. Raye fumbles for his phone, obeying. Make sure I can hear the conversation over the transceiver. Light's tone brokes no argument. Tell him you want to know the names and faces of all the agents in Japan on this mission, and to send a file containing these to your computer right away. He adds the lethal caveat without emotion. If I hear anything other than that, you will be killed. Raye forces himself to speak into the phone, voice shaking but clear. This is Raye. Hi, what's going on? I need to know the names and faces of everyone in Japan on this mission. Send me the file as an email attachment. Light stands a short distance away, watching Raye's face while he speaks. Ha! You'll have to ask the chief. Raye. Don't have that information? Light's mind moves faster than panic. He offers a solution wrapped in deceit. Say there's some kind of glitch between the chief's computer and yours. And you couldn't open an email attachment he sent you before. Say it's faster if it goes through someone else's computer first. The train jerks into motion, speed pressing the world into a narrow tunnel. The train is moving very fast. Raye's eyes flick to the small envelopes in front of him. He opens one and reads the tiny instruction card. Raye looks at the letters. Light guides his hands, precise and controlled. Inside the envelope you'll find a ballpoint pen and 5 smaller envelopes. Take them all out. Raye obeys, breath shallow. All 5 of the envelopes are sealed, but Light shows him the front of each one, the small slot that makes everything possible. There are open slots on the front, see them? Raye's voice cracks between shock and disbelief. What the heck? The air inside the train feels heavy. Every sound, every heartbeat, echoes like a countdown. Raye's trembling fingers hold the photographs, his breath uneven as Light's calm voice cuts through the silence. Look at the photograph of each agent in the file you just received and then write his or her name in one of the slots. Make sure each name is spelled correctly. If I find out any of the names are misspelled, you know what'll happen. Raye's eyes move rapidly over the faces. He swallows hard and nods to himself. Do not get off the train until you have finished writing every name. Light's words echo like a command from something greater than human. If you follow these instructions carefully, I guarantee that the woman and your family at least will not be touched. Raye's voice breaks as he whispers under his breath. At least so he's going to kill all the agents. Writing down their names. Then it's gotta be. He looks out the window, the reflection of his face pale and frightened. But damn, I'm dealing with a cold-blooded killer here. If I don't obey his instructions. He exhales slowly, trying to steady his hand. For now I'll just have to do what he says. If all he has are their names, he can't kill them. His thoughts flicker with desperate hope. I guess I just have to pray that someone picks up the transceiver's transmissions by chance. He shakes his head, realizing the futility. But this isn't even a proper radio. Just a cheap transceiver. And we are inside a moving train. Then Light's voice returns, calm and merciless. Looks like you are done. Put all 5 envelopes together with the transceiver back into the larger envelope. Place that on the overhead rack and then sit back down and stay on this train for at least 30 minutes with your hands on your lap. Do not move. Raye closes his eyes for a moment, his chest tight. Light's instructions continue without pause. After at least 30 minutes have passed, and when you can be sure no one in the car will notice you have left the envelope behind, get off the train. His lips tremble as a single word escapes. Why? The sound of his own voice feels distant. He grips the edge of the seat. Why can't I remember whose voice this is? The train slows. The crowd begins to stand, footsteps echoing down the platform. Raye rises weakly, moving forward with heavy steps, confusion clouding his mind. Then everyone was getting out of the train. Then he stands and starts to head ahead. Damn Kira. He grips his chest suddenly, a wave of sharp pain tearing through him. Who the hell is it? His body stiffens, the world fading at the edges. His hand presses against his heart as if to hold it in place. His nerves freeze. He can't move. His heart races in panic, then stops. He falls to his knees. His vision blurs as he collapses onto the floor. The metallic doors of the train begin to close before him. His last breath leaves his body as his fading eyes catch the figure standing at the platform. Light Yagami. Goodbye Raye Penber. The doors slide shut. Raye's lifeless body remains still as the train pulls away, disappearing into the dark tunnel. The scene fades. The next frame opens with Light in his room, reading with calm satisfaction. Now all the FBI agents have acted the same way and died of heart attacks after receiving the file. His eyes trace the list before him. But the order they died and the order they received the files were totally random. Light flips through the pages. Names and times fill the notebook. Yonegor Naomi. Heart attack. Dies at 3:05 p.m. on 27th December 2003. Raye Penber. Heart attack. Passes in front of the Kafil coffee shop in Shingoku Station Underground at 3 p.m. on 27th December 2003. Carrying his laptop computer, boards a train on the Yamanote line. Dies 3 seconds after getting off the train. He smirks, reading the rest quietly to himself. Freddy Gunter. Arire Weekwood. Leon Zapak. Tours Denote. Ale Finderim. Best Skelet. The scene changes again. A dark room, monitors flickering with reports. L speaks, his tone analytical, calm yet heavy with thought. Thank you, Director. With your computer records and information from the NPA, I've been able to work out the order they received the files, and the order they were killed. L's fingers tap on the table as his voice continues. Kira, I'm sure you controlled this as much as you could. But if my deduction is correct, the order in which these agents received the file is an important clue. You were in touch with one of the first ones WHO got it. His gaze shifts slightly, thoughtful yet unyielding. The camera pans to a reflection in the glass. Inside a lonely train, a single girl rides through the empty city. The sound of the wheels fades beneath the low hum of light and shadow. And as the frame darkens, the story closes with quiet finality. The beginning of the end had already been written. And Kira was only getting started.
तुम देखते जाओ.
In the previous chapter, the story reached a point where every scene hid a new secret. Light, with his clever planning, kept pulling the FBI deeper into his trap, while L tried to read every step he made. Raye Penber had fewer answers and more fear, because the truth of Kira was getting dangerously close. L suspected that Light could be Kira, but he still didn't have any solid proof. And Light, he started showing just how far he was willing to go to prove his own sense of justice. By the end of the last episode, one thing became clear. The battle of minds between Kira and L had only just begun. And what comes next? is going to be even more dangerous. Chapter 10 begins on a cold and quiet morning. The bus stop stands almost empty, the wind carrying a faint chill as Raye Penber's fiancé searches for answers. Her steps are slow, controlled, but the tension in her eyes reveals how desperately she wants the truth. She approaches a man who was present during the incident. The camera shifts closer, framing the uncertainty on his face as he tries to recall the events. Yeah, that's him all right. He boarded on the bus all on his own and told everyone to get down in the incident. I'm not too sure, but it's probably him. As for the other passengers, I really can't recall their faces. She leans in slightly, hoping for more, her voice steady despite the worry beneath it. Do you think you can remember if I showed another photo next time? The man shakes his head with a helpless expression. I wouldn't know even if I saw them. There were only 6 passengers, but I was in a panic. Sorry, but that's all I can give you. She manages a composed breath before responding, trying to stay focused. It's fine. You've been of great help. If anything comes up, I'll be back. As she turns away, the narration follows her thoughts, heavy and sharp like the winter air around her. If my theory is correct, one of those other 6 passengers could have been Kira. And if that's the case, he may live somewhere near this bus station. The scene shifts with a quiet cut, moving away from the cold bus stop and into the warmth of light Yagami's home. The frame settles inside the familiar living room where Ryuk stands behind Light, watching him with a mix of curiosity and amusement. The peaceful household atmosphere is completely unaware of the storm building around them. Light's mother calls out, her voice breaking the stillness. Light, Sayu, come here and help with the winter cleaning. Light barely looks up, already annoyed. Why? This place always looks spotless. Sayu backs him up with a shrug. Yeah, he's right. Mom. Their mother narrows her eyes. Oh, is that so? On the TV, loud headlines echo through the room, grabbing everyone's attention. What are these TV stations thinking? They've got super emergency broadcast closing in on the truth of the Kira case. And analysis. All-night special on Elle and Kira. Light gives a faint smirk. How boring. His mother shoots him a knowing look. You say that, but I know you're going to end UP watching it. Light shakes his head. There's no way I'm going to miss the Kohaku yearly special. So go watch it in your room. Sayu jumps in. Actually, I'll be watching the Bob Sapp versus Akebono fight. Their mom sighs. Oh, that show. Light leans back casually. Hey, make sure to record the emergency news report for me. All right. Sayu smirks. I knew you were going to watch it. Their mother continues with her playful scolding. And now our dutiful college student will study for exams until dinner. Ryuk chuckles softly as Light mumbles to himself. It feels as if I'm watching a sitcom. Light turns toward his mother again. Oh, by the way, where's Dad? She pauses, her expression softening. He told me that he won't come home since police don't have New Year's Eve. Sayu clenches her fists. It's all because of Kira. He was home last year for New Year's. I hate that jerk Kira. Light responds quietly. Yeah, poor Dad. As those words fade, the frame shifts sharply, taking us to the tense atmosphere of headquarters. Inside the room, the police officers stand in silence as the chief speaks with a heavy voice. As you all know, we can all be killed by Kira at any moment. The fact that members of the FBI were killed means that he will murder anyone WHO opposes him. That includes criminals as well. So make sure to think about yourself, your families and friends first. If you'd like to resign from the Kira investigation, you're free to do so. The room grows even quieter. Anyone WHO leaves will not receive a demotion. I've already left your reassignments to the vice director. But whoever is willing to sacrifice everything I've said about the Kira investigation to stop him. Be here at 5 o'clock when I return from my meeting. Time passes and evening falls. Vatari approaches the special investigation room with a file in hand. The door gleams with a label. TL Special Investigation Headquarters for Criminal Victim Mass Murder Case. He pauses for a moment, checking his wristwatch before opening the door. Inside, only a few officers remain. One of them greets him. "Welcome back, Chief." Vatari scans the room. Only 5 of you. Then, his tone shifts with firm conviction. "No, it's 5 men WHO are willing to put their lives on the line to confront evil. That makes 6 of US with me on the team." One officer steps forward. "But how can we continue the investigation when we are so short on staff?" Another responds. "If you add Vatari and L, that would make 8 of US." Vatari nods slowly. "It is only you, with your strong conviction, that I trust." But doubt rises among the officers. "Just hold on a second. L is saying that he trusts US. But we can't really trust L." One officer slams his hands on the desk. "L, we're determined to catch Kira even if it means our lives. We should all understand what it means to put that on the line. But you just order US around without even showing yourself. We will all pursue after Kira without you." Voices of frustration fill the room. "We're not the only people WHO doubt you or even oppose you. That's right. 12 members of the FBI died because of you. You can't argue with the circumstances. There are some criminal psychologists WHO say that L is Kira. They also claim that L has other personalities." Another officer continues the accusation. "The one WHO ordered the FBI to take action was L. And all of those FBI agents died coming here. L was the only person WHO would know their identities. Not only that, he may have staged all that UP until this point." The tension grows sharper. The fact that he's been able to solve any case without revealing his true face just adds more weight to the theory to convince anyone. "If you're willing to join forces with US and catch Kira, then come to headquarters and work with US in person. Yeah, if you showed your face and worked alongside US, we'd make things easier for one another. As I said earlier, I only trust you people." He turns to Vatari. "Vatari." "Yes." He rotates the laptop toward the team. The screen displays a message. "Please keep what is about to happen a secret among the 8 of us." The officers lean forward. "Huh? What? What's gonna happen now?" A new message appears. "I would like to meet the 6 of you who have my trust as soon as possible. Do not speak of our meeting or having met me or what we will be doing to anyone who is not in the room now. That includes anybody in the NPA, your families, and your friends. Please leave the NPA building to discuss whether you can swear to the above and whether you can trust me. Only those who agree to work with me in this investigation shall return to the room and will send my further conditions for our meeting to this computer." One officer stands up immediately. "I'd rather forget teaming UP with L and just continue the investigation alone. Given the way he works, we just might end UP with some facker calling himself L." Another officer nods. "A facker? That is possible." But one man speaks calmly. "Well, I trust in L and believe that we need his help on this case more than anything." The argument continues. "What? So he can just use US and just end UP like the other FBI agents? If he's closed so many tough cases on his own UP until now, then why would he reveal himself to just a few people to work together? Since the start, L has said that he needs our assistance for this case." Another officer offers a different angle. "What if we look at it like this? L was waiting for this to happen." "For what to happen?" He explains slowly. "There have always been people among the investigators WHO don't trust L. One resignation after another. And then the information about Kira leaked. He just couldn't trust US or the other task force under those conditions. He was waiting for people he could trust, and people WHO trusted him and would stand UP to face Kira without fear of death." Another officer nods firmly. "Exactly." But one man steps back. In that case, if we're going to work with L, then I'm out. Don't worry about me. I'm not gonna go and try to come back or try to figure out L's identity. One of the remaining officers speaks with determination. I'd like to work for L. I'll put my trust in him. Another joins him. Same here. The room remained silent as every pair of eyes stayed fixed on the laptop screen. The glow of the display reflected off their tense faces. Then, a new line appeared, typed out one letter at a time, as if L himself was breathing through the machine. I am now in a room in the Imperial Hotel. The officers exchanged startled looks. The Imperial Hotel? But that building is just around the corner. Another whispered under his breath, realization dawning. I knew it. L figured out it would come to this. Before anyone could respond, more words formed on the screen. Every few days, I will move to a different location for a hotel in the Tokyo area. I would like the task force office in the NPA building to serve as a front from now on, with my hotel room serving as the de facto center of the investigation. Of course, this is a defensive measure to prevent Kira from learning what I look like. And I realize this means I will have an unfair advantage over all of you in that regard. However, this is as far I am able to go at this point in order to gain your trust and work with you on this investigation. If you are able to cooperate with me on these terms, please split into 2 teams and come to my room by midnight, that is by the year 2004, leaving at least a 30-minute interval between the 2 teams. Vatari will hand you a memo with my room number. I'll be waiting. Shock spread through the room. No one had expected L to go this far. For the first time, he was inviting them to stand beside him. And then, the screen glitch flashed, revealing L standing inside a dimly lit building. His silhouette was unmistakable. He spoke straight into the lens with calm intensity. For now, we'll just say that we're getting closer to one another. Only now I have clue about you given to me by the noble lives of the 12 FBI agents killed off. It's alright. For the first time, I will reveal my real identity as L. If you manage to hear about this, Kira, you will most definitely get closer to me than before. Just bring it. Even if you manage to take a good look at my face, you can't really kill without knowing my real name. Even if I can find you, I can't put you away for homicide unless I can catch you in the act. But as long as I have long hard evidence to report. Kira, you shouldn't have much room to breathe after killing those 12 agents. What are you doing right now? As his chilling voice faded, the frame shifted instantly and took us back to Light's room. Ryuk hovered behind Light, amused as always. Those guys are really going at it. Humans are so interesting. Light's mind was racing, faster than ever. The task force headquarters staff have dwindled dramatically. I won't be able to make it known that I use intelligence only available to them for much longer. I've already considered this in my final plan to drive L into a corner. But WHO would have thought the FBI sent only 12 agents to Japan was I followed early on because my father is the head chief of the investigation. If L assumed that I would kill those 12 agents and purposely sent a smaller group. No, even then there shouldn't be any evidence. Even if he suspected me of being Kira, he can't arrest me as long as he doesn't have the death note. No, I can't think like this. I'm not supposed to be close to being a suspect. These past days, I've been making many moves. I've got to think, did I make any kind of mistakes? What should be my next move? This is where the real battle starts. It's already over. The lights in his room dimmed slightly, emphasizing the seriousness now settling over the story. This was no longer just a cat and mouse chase. Both sides had begun risking more than ever before. From here, the narrative darkened as the camera seamlessly moved back to the task force. The remaining members, along with Vatari, quietly stepped inside an elevator. Their expressions carried the weight of their decision. They were going to meet L face to face. The elevator hummed upward, but halfway through, it suddenly halted. A soft mechanical click echoed inside. Then the screen above them blinked, showing a new signal from L. Vatari and Matsuda stepped out as the doors opened. They approached a hallway and stopped before a plain door. The tension was thick enough to touch. Matsuda swallowed hard. L is on the other side of this door. Vatari raised his hand and knocked softly. A calm voice responded immediately from within. I have been expecting you. Please come in. The door opened slowly, inviting them into the presence of the world's greatest detective, the moment that would change the entire pace of the investigation. And with this step, the real war between light and hell officially began.
अगर आज मुझ पे बर्फ भी गिर जाती तो मैं सरप्राइज नहीं होता।